Number 12 is an excellent question. It is a great opportunity for you to pick up some easy points on a hard question, right? So we're near the end of the no calculator. This is supposed to be hard. This looks hard if we just take a look at some of the answer choices. They look kind of crazy. But notice we have crazy algebra. Our brain should be telling us when that happens, I don't want to do algebra. Is there another way? And almost always, yes, there is another way. We can use one of my favorite strategies, arithmetize. And this is where we take numbers, and we make up our own numbers, and we plug them into the variable. Because x is just a placeholder. It just carries through the entire question. So we never need to solve for x, so we can replace it with a number and let this equation turn itself into arithmetic. So normally I would pick something like 0 because x being 0 is really simple. It makes most things go away. But in this case, I see that if I pick 0, the numerator of this equation is going to be 0 as well. And I think that that's probably going to cause problems. So I'd rather do something a little safer. And so I'm just going to make x equal to 1. So let's do this down here. X is equal to 1. This is fairly arbitrary, but it's an easy number to work with. And so now I'm just really not going to skip any steps here. I write this exact equation with 1s in place of all the x's. And so that lets me switch all of this algebra into arithmetic. And now I can just solve. I use PEMDAS to go through the steps here. So first I want to do 1 squared. Okay, that's 1, and then 4 times 1 is just 4. Okay, 6 times 1 is 6. 4 times 1 on the bottom is 4 plus 2, and that can simplify to 10 over 6, which simplifies to 5/3. It's a messy number, but we don't need it to be much more complicated because look at some of our answer choices here are going to have fractions in them as well. So it's okay to have a fraction. And so this is our magic number. This is what we're looking for our answer choices to represent. So if it helps here, you should write this next to your answer choices so you recognize like, okay, that's what I want. But now the way that arithmetize works is if we made x1 from the start, all of the x's, including the x's in the answer choices, need to be 1 as well. So that makes choice A really simple. Choice A just becomes 1. And 1 is not the same as 5/3. So that choice goes away. Choice B is going to be 1 plus 4, which is 5, which is not 5/3. So that goes away. C is going to be a little harder. 1 minus 2 over 4 times 1 plus 2. Well, I'm just going to clean that up. That's 1 minus 2 over 4 times 1 is 4, plus 2 is 6. So really we're looking at 1 minus 1/3, which is 2/3. Okay? 1 minus 1/3, 2/3, that's not 5/3, so that's not looking good. It's probably D. But this is a case where I would take the extra 10 seconds to just try it and be sure because I'd rather guarantee myself 10 points than jump to a conclusion. It's possible I made some sort of arithmetic mistake along the way. Going all the way through, being thorough is my way of being sure that I've got the right answer. So save yourself the points by being thorough. And in this case, we have 1 plus 1 minus 2 over 4 times 1 plus 2. Well, that messy piece at the end is the same exact thing that we had before, right? It's the same. So this really simplifies to 1 plus 1 is 2 minus 1/3. And if we need to, we can convert that into thirds, but hopefully we can see that 2 is really 6/3 minus 1/3 is that magic number we were looking for, 5/3. Yeah, you could do this with the division of polynomials and do long division and deal with the remainder, but why bother? Why make your life harder than it has to be? If you look at a question, especially near the end of a section, and it involves algebra, and your first thought is, oh no, this algebra looks complicated, that's your brain telling you to not do algebra. Do the arithmetizing, and you can guarantee points that a lot of people are going to mess up on. And that's an easy way to boost your score if you're not great at algebra, is to use the strategies to your advantage.